If you find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity.
What's good? Ready, set, heal, family. It's your girl Herb Queen again, and I am back with another video for you guys. Now this video is going to be a little different. It is called Heal and Chill. So what Heal and Chill is pretty much me coming up with a topic that I think that a lot of people struggle with. Whether it's an issue, a problem, something that a lot of us can relate to, that we can bring and shed some light on, start to facilitate our own healing and growth. And I'm going to not only do a heal and chill, but I'm going to add a smokebangs to it. So you know what a mukbang is, or mukbang, but I'm going to do a smokebangs with you guys. And I'm all about herbs on this channel. So I'm going to bring you guys the herb of the day. I'm going to smoke my herb. I'm going to talk a little about that. And I'm going to talk about the topic at hand. And so I'm going to start off with my herbs. So the herb of the day that we are smoking on today is not marijuana. Don't get it twisted. It is lavender. So I'm in this good nature. I'm soaking up this good sun, and I'm going to be smoking on lavender. So we're going to have a smoke bang with the herb called lavender. I have already filled my raw paper with the herb called lavender, and I'm going to be smoking while I am talking to you guys. So I'm going to light it up right now to get the good vibes going, and we're going to get started. So I love lavender. Lavender is probably one of my favorite herbs. For me, what lavender does when I smoke it, it relaxes me. It helps to ground me. If my thoughts are all over the place, it just kind of centers me and helps me to kind of collect my thoughts, but they're coming in a lot more slowly, and I feel like I'm more in charge of, you know, just my feelings, my thoughts, my emotions. So I'm gonna light it up right now, and it's windy, and I hate lighting herbs when it's windy. Like, I don't think I've ever mastered that yet. So I hope I don't burn myself, you guys, but here we go. So see, look, I see, right. I can't even see the flame. Okay, I do see it. See, I'm struggling, y'all. And I know you guys are wondering, how the heck are you going to smoke with a mask? Well, I guess we're going to find out, right? Because I really don't know either. All right, you guys, it is lit. I'm smoking on my lavender. I'm feeling it, you guys. I definitely feel it. It doesn't take long for you to feel the effects of lavender. That's why I really like it. This is awesome, you guys. I really enjoy lavender. It's amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of thoughts, I guess, you know, I was kind of stressed out a little bit, just a little bit, not wanting to record and come in here, and I'm just trying to debate with myself, like, should I really come and do this video? But I'm glad I did, because I feel pretty darn amazing. I feel really relaxed. Just really chill. It's not making me high. It's not, you know, giving me the head high that marijuana does. It's just really, you know, the type of relaxation a lot of people probably want to have when they're smoking marijuana. Some people, I guess, do feel that. But for me personally, that's just not my thing. I don't like marijuana. So I wanted to find something that that works for me, that doesn't get me high, that doesn't, you know, make me super paranoid, that it can just help me relax. And I'm glad I found lavender. I love lavender. All right, y'all. So, the topic of the day. Yes. Whew. Still, I taste it. It's really light. It's not really overwhelming. It's not like a nasty bitter taste. It's real light and smokable. Like it's, you know, it's not hard to smoke. It's easy smoke. Whew. Okay, so Heal and Chill with your girl Herb Queen. We are doing a lavender smoke bang. I'm not, you know, feeling like out of control. I'm not feeling paranoid. I'm feeling in tune with myself. I feel calm, relaxed, centered, and that's what a lot of herbs do. We're not aware. We don't know. A lot of the herbs our ancestors used to smoke, and it's not just marijuana, that can really help you to relax, to feel good, to, you know, if you need to go to sleep and have trouble sleeping, there's herbs that can help you do that. That's why I'm passionate about herbs, because it's so many different herbs out there that if we really took the time to discover it, we would be surprised. Like, this herb can actually do this. Instead of smoking cigarettes, instead of smoking, you know, some people like marijuana, that's for them. I personally don't like marijuana, but I can actually smoke an herb that can help with my anxiety, my depression, my racing thoughts, and I can feel great while doing it. And I don't have to worry about, you know, like the effects of like if you would be smoking a cigarette, or worry about feeling scared or paranoid or feeling super high and just feeling like you're not able to do anything throughout your day because you're just so high. You can be productive with this. That's why I like it. You can literally smoke lavender throughout the day, before you go to your job, after you get off, in the morning time to help wake you up. I literally didn't even want to be here to record this because I wasn't feeling all that great, but smoking this is definitely, it's kind of stimulating me and giving me that extra push. And not only am I doing that, but I'm also drinking my Yerbae. So this combined with this good sustainable energy, all natural products, non-GMO, no sugars. It's not like a Red Bull or Monster. Come on now. This combination alone for me has helped me tremendously. So stop sleeping on your lavender. Roll you up some lavender, and if you want some lavender, I got some lavender. You guys can check out my website and order from me. If you don't believe it, you got to try it for yourselves. So we're gonna get into this conversation, y'all. I feel like it's important for me to talk about this. I feel like a lot of us struggle with being alone. You know, a lot of us struggle with not dating, not being in relationships, not pursuing anyone, and really taking time to be alone and be in tune with ourselves. It's hard because a lot of us are struggling with things, whether they're past traumas, childhood traumas, insecurities, things that just have happened along the way that's made us bitter or hard. And we don't want to address those things. So we meet someone and we attach ourselves to that thing. We don't want to think about our own stuff. Our own stuff is hard. It's hard. It's tough. So what we do is meet someone else and we use them as a distraction. We use them as that scapegoat because we don't want to think about our own issues. So why do we do that? How can we stop doing that? Is it a certain amount of time that we should be isolated and single before we go into the next relationship? These are all the things that we're going to talk about in this video because I want to find ways, I want to address the issue and find ways to help tackle that issue. Because I've struggled with that. I know a lot of people that struggle with that. There's no shade here. There's no judgment here. This is all about healing on this channel. Just figuring out what the problem is and finding solutions for that. And helping other people to jump on the bandwagon with us. Ready, Set, Heal family. We want people to heal on this channel. We don't want to just vent and talk and judge people. We want to talk about things that people actually go through, that we can have a conversation about and get other people to chime in and their opinions and thoughts on it, so we can figure out ways so we can grow in this particular area in our lives. I'll tell you more about a little about me and how I felt with being alone and how I feel about being alone now, like being single and all that stuff. So for me, I had just got out of a more longer relationship, and it went how it went. There's some, good things, I guess, and there's some bad things. So the common thing in society that we do is we don't fully think about everything that's happened, really reflect and figure out the things we could have done better, and the things we could have improved on. Look at the things that we did do good and know that we should do more of that in the future if it worked. So we don't take that reflection period. It's just like being injured in a game. You're injured in a game, and yet there's another game coming up. And instead of taking that recovery time to really just sit back and heal that thing that got injured, we want to rush back in the game. Like, all right, it's another game. Let me go. I want to play. And then we get injured some more. Then the injury gets worse and worse and worse. And then it sets us back even more and even more. So that's why for me, I wanted to, after being single and saying, you know what, maybe I should, get back in the dating game or whatever, because I don't want to be, the one that doesn't find someone and the other person found someone, so I can find the one I'm supposed to be with. Then, when that doesn't work out, it's like, what am I doing? Why do I feel the need to rush into something else? So, what did I do? I took a step back. I said, I will not date. I will not date anyone. I will not put any energy or any effort into trying to get to know another human being, and I need to get to know myself. I need to figure out what I like, what I don't like, what has worked in past relationships, what didn't work, what are the things that I need to grow in, the areas that I need to grow in, because I'm not perfect. So, and I don't want to repeat those same mistakes in my next relationship. It's a timeout. It's a relationship timeout. Relationship timeout. Self-care time. Self-love time. Love on myself. Figure myself out. And that's what I did. So for about a year, I've literally been taking time to reflect and not put energy into helping someone else. I need to make my own situation work. I need to make my own self grow and be uplifted and heal. That's important. Heal. Ready, set, heal. Not ready, set, distract. We got to ready, set, heal. Because we don't want to keep going through the same cycles over and over and not getting the lesson out of it. So I took that time to heal. I took that time to figure myself out and what I need to do to become a better, more whole and happy person. So I no longer want to feel like I need someone by my side. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel like, well, without a relationship, my life isn't exciting. No, it is. It can be exciting. It's what you make of it. So yes, I took that time, and I've been taking that time. And it's been wonderful. But it's hard. It's hard to face yourself. It's hard to face the things about you that you don't like, the things about you that other people told you that they don't like. That's tough. It's very tough. Because there's someone else that's going to come into your life that's like, knock, knock, knock. Hey, you looking good. Hey, what's up? I want to take you out on a date. So we have to take inventory of all the people that we know that are in our lives right now, and we have to see how are we benefiting from each other, because it should be a two-way street. We both should be benefiting from each other, but we have to look at the motives. We have to look at, are you here for me, and I'm here for you to get to know you, the true essence of who you are, and we really enjoy each other's company, or we're using each other as pretty much just distractions from focusing on what we should really be focusing on. So just pretty much what everyone is actually bringing to the table, and what are your intentions? Why are you in my life? Why am I in your life? You know what I'm saying? And we might just have to cut some people off. We might, after doing that inventory and seeing why and who's in our life, and are they adding to it, are they taking away from it, are they there for us, are they there for their own selfish reasons, we have to do inventory and cut those people off, because they are a hindrance. They're not really there for us. They're there because they don't want to deal with them, and that's not fair to us. That's not fair to the people that really are looking for genuine friendships and relationships. So I think first thing, do inventory of the people that are in our lives. And another thing I think we should also do, and this is what I've done, set a goal for you. So set a goal for yourself. And for me, I did a year. Yeah, my goal was a year of being single, at least minimally a year of being single before going into another relationship. So set a time, that block of not dealing with anybody, not pursuing anyone, anything. For me, what I did, some of the boundaries that I set, that whether it's a male friend or whoever, I didn't spend a night at anybody's house. So no matter who you were to me, besides a family member, I couldn't spend a night at your house, because I feel like that was distracting me, and that was just putting myself in a potentially tempting situation. So no house hangouts, no house visits. If we want to go out, we can go out to a public place, but we won't be going on any dates. So if you're a platonic friend, we can go and do platonic friend stuff, because I really want to maximize that year or more. I really want to, get as much as I can from that and learn as much as I can about myself. So I don't want anyone to take me away from that important process. I recognize the certain feelings and urges that I would have, because it's like detoxing, like detoxing from anything, whether it be fast food or whatever. You have those urges, those lonely nights where you're like, oh man, I just want to call this person. Okay, I can't do that. You have to remind yourself why you can't do it. I can't do it because I have a goal set in mind that I have to be single and not talk to anyone for at least a year. So you put in your calendar, and every month on that day, you get reminded in your calendar that you set that goal for yourself, and that's a small win. Month 2, I'm still focusing on myself. I'm still single. I'm not entertaining anybody. Month 3, and then you look in your calendar and you see that, and you can celebrate that. So the end goal is to have healthy, whole people around us that we know that we really, truly want to be in each other's lives. We're not trying to use each other. We're not trying to selfishly gain anything. We're really, truly rocking with each other, and we're helping to keep each other accountable and continue on that growth. So if I'm going to be a distraction to you from you doing your work or going to school, then I'm going to fall back some, because I know, I know you need to study for that test tonight, so I'm not going to go out with you. You need to focus on that, because we're not going to be perfect, we're not going to be perfect, but at the same time, I can be accountability partner to people in my circle, so we are still being productive and getting our stuff done. In that period of time where we're isolating ourselves is so important. And I had someone, this is a quick story, I had someone that came in my life, and he had just got out of a breakup, and this is his baby mama, she cheated on him or something like that, and he was really hurt and upset, and he was calling me and texting me, and I need your help. You know, I want to talk to you. Like, I don't like being alone. And I told him on the phone, I said, look here, okay? And the most respectfully, nicely put, I can't be your crutch. I went through this isolation period, and I know how essential it is. You cannot miss that. You can't bypass that. You have to go through that like I went through that. But I tell you, it's the most hardest thing, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. So when you are feeling lonely and you want to lean on somebody, don't lean on me. Lean on yourself. Lean on God. But I can't be your crutch, because I'm going to enable you. And it's going to take more focus off of you. You're focused now on me and, you know, whatever other things that you want to distract yourself. It's hard. It's hard. Like detoxing. You're detoxing from that relationship, whether it was toxic or whatever. So I told him, you know, take this time for yourself. And he's like, man, you're not a good friend. You know, you're not trying to, you know, help me. And I'm like, I can be there sometimes to give an encouraging word. But when you're having these strong urges to talk to someone because you're like, yo, I just can't be alone. I need to get out. I need to talk to someone. I hate this feeling. You need to be able to deal with that feeling and not run away from that feeling. Embrace the feeling. Embrace it. Because you know, the more you embrace it, the more that you get used to it, the more it just becomes like, it's comfortable. It's comfortable. It no longer gives you anxiety. It no longer gives you anxiety. It no longer makes you want to reach out for something. Now, when you feel that feeling, you reach within. You're reaching within now, and you're saying, oh, I'm starting to feel lonely now. I know I have the urge to want to reach out to someone. So, oh, let me not do it. Let me look within. What is another way that I can improve and grow in this season in my life? What's another thing I can do to maximize this singlehood right now? Because yes, I feel weird. I don't want to be alone, but it's helpful. I have to address it and tackle this now, because if I don't, I'm going to keep going through the same thing. So what can I do now? What can I do now to get comfortable with being alone? So, like I said, he was mad. He didn't like that. He didn't like that I said that. He just felt like, you know what, you should want to talk to me and be there for me and this and that. And, you know, even though me and him wasn't even that close, but he felt like it was my responsibility. No, you're responsible for your own growth and dealing with your own loneliness and all that stuff. You're responsible for that. I'm not responsible for that. I'm only responsible for myself. So I had to let him go, you know, in order for him to grow. And it's hard for us to do that. It's hard for us to let go of people that we know that we want in our lives, but we're enabling them, or we're becoming more of their distraction, or we're allowing ourselves to be used. We have to love ourselves enough to remove ourselves from a situation like that that's not mutually benefiting us anymore, and say, yes, I love you, but I love me more. And in loving me more, I have to allow you to go through your self-healing journey without me. Because I want to know that I'm on your journey because you truly want me there. You're on my journey because I truly want you there. It's no brokenness. It's no loneliness. It's no being used, being enabled. It's none of that. So if you can get to the point where you truly know that, that's when you know they're worth you being on their journey with them. If you don't know that and you question that, it's a lot better to just let it go. Because what is meant for you is meant for you. You can't force, manipulate. You can't do any of that. What is meant for you is meant for you. And then and going through your self-love journey, you realize that you only want who and what is for you. You don't want someone that's like, yeah, man, I'm just, keeping you around because, I need a little boo on the weekend because I don't want to deal with my last marriage felon. You don't want somebody like that. You don't deserve someone like that. So in going through the isolation period, you grow that thing inside of you that says, don't settle. Do not settle. Do not settle. Do not settle. You're not worried about who is falling off of your journey, because you know that who's falling off your journey wasn't meant to be there to begin with. Because trust and believe, if they want you there, they will do their inner work that it takes in order to come back and get you. If you're worth it to them, they're going to do the inner work that is required for them to be who they're supposed to be, and for them to come back into your life, or come into your life healthy and whole, so they won't bring you any drama. So no one is feeling used. Everyone is mutually benefiting. So in 2020, we're not settling. We are going to face ourselves. We are going to figure out what we need to do in order to be as healthy and whole as possible. We're not going to go over Sheila's house or Darian's house or Bob's house all the time and distract ourselves from ourselves. We've been doing that long enough. We've been doing that long enough. We're always worrying about other people, and we need to worry about ourselves and how we need to be the best we can be. No relationship, no other person, no other thing, no other vice, nothing can help you. You need to help yourself by figuring out what you need to do for yourself and what is the most healthiest for yourself. And that is being alone with your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own emotions. Being out in nature. And just thinking, reflecting, building, growing. Taking notes down, making goals. Drinking tea. Drinking Yerbae. Getting that good sustainable energy throughout the day so you don't get too tired where you don't want to do anything. Smoking herbs. Smoking herbs that help you with anxiety and depression, that can get you through your day where you're productive and you're feeling a bit more happier than you were. Because it's hard being alone. It's very hard being alone. But when I tell you it's worth it, oh, it's worth it. And then we wonder, well, when we're alone, what if so-and-so leaves our lives and doesn't want to talk to us anymore and we miss that opportunity? Baby, we're not going to miss that opportunity. We're going to have boundaries though. We're going to have goals set for ourselves to become the best that we can be. And whoever is meant for our journey, they're going to come and they're going to be there. But it's going to be way more worth it when you and that person has done the inner work. We can't settle for, well, I healed, but you ain't really healed, but I want you in my life, so I'm going to keep you there. No. What are you bringing to me? What am I bringing to you? I can't worry about if you're not going to be there. If you're going to be there, you're going to be there. Because we don't want someone that doesn't want to be there. We want someone that faces their selves, that faces their demons, faces their shortcomings, and comes into our lives and enhances it. We don't want them to come into our lives for their own bad motives. I wanted to start the conversation of just being alone, being okay with being alone, and setting goals like I did, at least a year of taking the time out from relationships and being single, going hard for your personal growth, going hard for your development mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Find out your purpose and why you are really here. Doing all those things. And then, and only then, you start to seek out, the possibility, the idea of bringing someone on romantically in your journey, or even friendship wise, maybe an actual friend that you really can trust and love and care about. But until then, all they're going to do is be a distraction, because we're trying to avoid using other people and things and vices for distractions. We're avoiding that. Let's do the work now, so we don't have to be 60, 70, 80 years old and we haven't truly took the time to be by ourselves. Let's do that work now. And in doing so, we're going to have a healthier, happier, more whole, more fulfilling life with the people that are supposed to be in our journey, that we can celebrate when we get on top and be like, yo, we went through some things, but we all love each other. We recognize the amount of growth and hard work it took to get to where we are now, and we're rocking with each other. We know that we're here because we truly all want to be here. There's no amount of using anyone to distract us in any type of way. We know that at this point in our lives, we've already learned how to be alone and be productive alone. So that doesn't scare us anymore. So I really want us to think about that. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts on why is it so hard to be single? I want to hear your thoughts on what are different things that we can do to help us to become more comfortable with being alone and isolating ourselves. Has anyone ever used someone or been used in a sense of you normally wouldn't have them in your life, but the fact that you're lonely and broken, you then pursue that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have pursued that. So any stories, any comments, anything you want to add to this conversation, we are a community, Ready, Set, Heal family of people that are trying to just heal and live our best lives. We're just trying to heal and grow as people. And it starts with having conversations like this and opening up the floor for people to really take a look within themselves and finally change the narrative, changes that negative cycle that they have been having in their lives. Do that thing that finally gets them off the rough path that they've been having. It's important to incorporate herbs into our healing journey. We're not only talking about it, we are drinking it, we are, consuming it. I've been in relationships where I don't think they really want a relationship with me. They just want a relationship. They just like what a relationship represents and the comfort and the love and support and just having that companionship, but not really wanting me. And not everyone is going to really want you and what you bring to the table and your flaws, the positives and negatives, and just you as a person, what that encompasses. Not everybody is going to want you. They're going to want a sexual release. They're going to want to hold someone at night because they don't want to be alone. They want to have a attractive girlfriend or someone to call when they're bored or when they're lonely or whatever the case might be. So I had to do a personal inventory of my past relationships and figure out who was really there for me and who was really there because they didn't want to be alone. And it's a hard pill to swallow when you realize that some of the people that you loved really didn't want to be by themselves, but they didn't pick you off of the strength of I want you. They picked you because they didn't want to be by themselves. But that's where self-love comes in. And that's why I had to realize I don't need you to pick me. I can pick myself. I can pick me. I pick me. And all that does is build me up to become a better woman and attract those people that truly pick me for me. So that's why I am very, very particular about the next relationship that I get in, because I want to pick the right fit for me. I don't want to pick someone because I'm lonely, because I'm tired of being single and it's been such a long time, and I'm just like, you know what, let me just find someone, and then we just fall for each other and get into a relationship and we rush into things. I want to intentionally evaluate the pros and cons, their strengths and weaknesses, the way we work together as a team, our chemistry, our connection, our purpose. Do our purposes align? I want to evaluate all those things logically before emotions ever get into play. I want to be able to evaluate that and have discernment first and foremost, because truly a relationship can make or break you. Your spirit, your mood, who you let in, especially if you're having sex with them, you're letting them in to a deep, intimate part of you. So that's not something that we should take lightly. We shouldn't take that lightly. Every conversation we have, every friendship we have, every person that we confide in and talk to, and we give them love and support and kind words and encouragement, all those people should truly be there for us because they love us and we love them. And we are not using each other as a vice. We're not using each other in a negative way. That's why it is better to be alone, because when you're alone, you don't have that drama. You don't have the whole, I gave my all, my heart to you, I overinvested, and you feel like the return that you got isn't worth it. We have to self-preserve. We have to make sure that each person brings value and authenticity into our lives, that has the right motives and intentions on being there. And if they are the right person, they're going to make it known that they want you there. They want you in their lives. They're going to make it known, just like you would make it known. Don't let someone half love you or love you because they're broken and they want to use you as a distraction. You're worth more than that. We're worth more than that. We deserve the type of love that fights for us. We deserve the type of love that is loyal, that is kind and gentle and inspiring and motivating and positive and generous and helpful, and we spiritually connect, mentally connect, emotionally. We deserve that type of love. We deserve that type of support, even from friends. We deserve that. And if we feel like we're not getting that, we have the right to remove those people from our lives. We have the right to question their intentions and figure out if they're a good fit for our lives, because it's our lives. Because we know that with friendships and relationships, it's a very intimate process. So if you're letting someone in just to let them in because you don't want to, you want to have someone there, and they end up hurting you, you have to figure out why you let them in to begin with. Were they filling a void? You have to question everyone's role in your life. Everyone. You have to question and evaluate everyone's role. You're the author. So you can delete them or you can keep them. But we're going to raise our value. We're going to be okay with being alone, even if our circle is completely just to zero. We have to be okay with starting over from scratch. It's hard to find good people out here. It's very hard. So you can't settle for the bad people, the people that don't have your best interests at heart, because you want someone to go out with, have a conversation with, hang out with. No. We can wait for things that we deserve. There's nothing wrong with waiting and not settling. There's nothing wrong with that. Something is not wrong with you because you choose to be single and choose to protect your energy and protect the energy that you give to others.